G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka LaxLime, bringing you week 7 of the PGL. We are up against the Boston Silk Scarfs, whose head coach is True. His link will be in the description below. He is a semi-new addition to the PGL, as another coach had to drop out for some circumstances. But he hasn't only had a good run, but I know he's a good battler. He was in Season 1 of the PGL, and I believe it may have been a 1-0. Very, very close battle. I think I battled him twice as well, but both of them were really close and really good. I am bringing pretty much the semi-standard team that I've been bringing. But you know what? We'll just get into the battle and see how we go. So I decided to actually go for the Rotom lead. I was sort of expecting Victini to come out. And it's sort of my only sort of check to it, kind of, really. I'm a bit scared that this thing is scarfed because it can actually go through my team depending on its moveset. I'm not sure if it has Volt Strike or whatever that is, but that could be very, very devastating to me. He does decide to make the switch out in Snorlax, as I just go for the Hydro Pump. Safe play, first off, is the best bit. Now, I was a little bit concerned of this thing cursing up on me and being rather annoying, as you know, Snorlaxes normally do. So I decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp, sort of stopping it a little bit, hoping it doesn't have that immunity, because that would just be a little bit embarrassing. But he doesn't, so that's fine. I can't do anything. I really can't touch him at all. So I've got to switch out, and you know, my best bet is really just a Volt switch out and go into Keldeo, because at least a Sacred Sword will do a significant amount of damage to Snorlax. I don't think it will kill. Maybe at this range it may, but it was sort of a bit of a... I was just a bit it's too risky to stay in. Like, there's nothing Rotom can do, so I had to switch out. Now, it did catch me by surprise a little bit is when I did switch in Keldeo, he ended up going for the Seed Bomb. I didn't even know Snorlax got the Seed Bomb, to be honest. I really didn't. So that was a bit unexpected, and it was good. Like, he's obviously came prepared. I did go for the Hydro Pump. I actually gen this Keldeo wrong. It was meant to have Surf, but I ended up going for the Hydro Pump because it sort of killed anyway, and if he decided to switch out, it'd do some sort of damage to, most damage to a lot of his team. Like, for instance, the Togekiss, it's like, Sacred Sword's not going to do anything. Now, he does switch into this guy, and I have to switch out from Keldeo because the Dazzling Gleam would kill me. And I decided to go into the Rotom as he sets up a Nasty Plot. Now that's a little bit concerning, actually very concerning, especially like he could damage my team quite significantly with it. He does go for the Baton Pass, and this is where I really freaked out in this battle because I was like, oh no, what are you going to go into? What are you going to go into? He ends up going to the, what is this thing called? I always forget. Whatever, the shield thing. And I was a little bit concerned. I had to sack off Rotom. Like, I had to get a free switch into something because, like, I could get devastated right now if I switched into something else. He does end up going for the Shadow Ball. Rotom's not going to live that. I'm very much aware of that, as I am able to just switch into a Scarfmon, which is my Salamence. It was actually really, this was a really hard play coming up next because he could go for a King Shield, and if he does go for the King Shields, it could get really annoying, or he could have Shadow Sneak, depending. He could be running it mixed. Yeah, it ends up actually staying in and doesn't go for the King Shield, so I'm really glad I hit the Earthquake button. He may have over-predicted, thinking that I could have set up on him as he went for the King Shield, which is a potential possibility, but he didn't end up doing that, which is good for me. Salamence needs to come back out. There's no way Salamence is staying in on this, and the only thing I've really got to do anything to this is the Rhyperior, because I've got I think it's Stone Edge on it. So he does go for the Dazzling Gleam. It doesn't do too much damage. I am Assault Vested, max HP, but he reveals he actually has a Grass Knot, and I was not expecting that again. So Rhyperior got ruined then. Like, Rhyperior is way too heavy to survive a Grass Knot. It does not even matter. So I do switch into Metagross here. I'm just going to go for the Mega Evolution and just go straight for the Meteor Mash. I was potentially thinking of setting up at that point, but I just thought it was a bit too risky. Because if I set up and he brings in like his Victini, I'm ruined anyway. So I just decided to go straight for some damage, which I did onto this the Banjo, the Dom Fan. It doesn't do too much damage. He's probably mostly defensive, so it does nothing really. I have to switch out because he could potentially have the Earthquake, and I don't really want to take that as I just go into Shaman. A Giga Drain from Shaman's going to do a decent chunk of damage, so yeah, it's pretty easy to go for that. I thought long and hard about this play. I know that Donphan can actually not really do too much to me, so I decided to actually hit the Toxic button just in case he decides to switch out, and Toxic on Banjo is not, like, yeah, it's going to be fine. But he does switch out and he does go into the, oh, what's this guy called? Togekiss. I'm having the worst trying to remember names of these mons today. It does go into Togekiss, so Togekiss does catch a poison, which is awesome, totally awesome, and I decided I didn't want to switch anything into this, and I didn't want to give it an opportunity to set up all over me. So I just do go for the Air Slash. I'm really just hoping for flinches and then hoping the poison will take it down. He is going for the Nasty Plot again, but he's not really got anything he can switch into at this point, like Baton Pass into. I know he doesn't have Air Slash because he's already revealed he's all 4 moves, so I'm fairly safe to stay in with Shaman, and I can't really get too much damage done to me. He's only got the Dazzling Gleam, which will do okay amount after the Nasty Plot, but it's not enough to kill me, and the leftovers will pop me up, and then hopefully Giga Drain later will give me back on full health. So I just got to go for another Air Slash, and Togekiss will go down. Actually, well, he just went down to the poison, so don't mind me at all. He does go back into Victini at this point. There's nothing that I can bring in on this, so I just have to sack off Shaman at this point. That's probably, I really thought about it hard, but that was my best play at that point in time. I do have a little bit of a plan to take out the Victini. After it does go for 1 V-Create, the defense drop will actually put it in range for Shaman to be able to kill with Salamence, to be able to kill with an Earthquake. So that was my better play. I also ran Intimidate on this as well, so I can drop its attack. Because if I drop its attack, it's the V-Create will only do like 60% to me, and then I can retaliate with the Earthquake. That was the plan. I did go for the Stonage there. Well, it was a crit, and that did absolutely nothing. I was sort of expecting him to switch out, and then I was a bit concerned. I sort of forgot that Togekiss was down, so I was a little bit concerned that he'd switch into Togekiss, and yeah, it wouldn't work out well for me. So it was a bit of a silly play. I should have just hit Earthquake, because everything would have been hit by that. He does set up the Stealth Rocks as I switch into Keldeo. Keldeo is carrying Hidden Power Ice. I went for that because I knew it was going to kill the Donphan, and just in case he decided to switch into Breloom, thinking that it was going to be Surf or something else, at least to be able to catch the Hidden Power Ice, and it would, I think it'd probably OHKO. Pretty sure it would. So he does switch into the, what's he's called, the Breloom at this point, and goes for the Mach Punch. It was a critical hit. I'm not really sure if it mattered or not. It may have, it may not have. I don't really know. But it didn't, in the long run, it doesn't really matter. So I can bring in Metagross here. I specifically made this Metagross to be able to outspeed a Breloom, just because I didn't want it to get spored. So I knew it was going to outspeed, and a Meteor Mash was going to kill, praying like hell that I wouldn't miss that Meteor Mash. I've actually been really lucky without missing Meteor Mashes pretty much through the whole PGL, because normally I miss them so many times. So Metagross has to go down here because I don't want to switch into Salamence to take the V-Create, because pretty much the plan is to get this thing to a defense drop, bring in the Salamence, Intimidate, and then after that I'll be able to survive at least 1 turn. So if the Earthquake for some reason doesn't kill, I'll at least be able to survive and do another one. So I am Choice Scarfed. I know I'm going to I should be able to outspeed anyway after the speed drop, and then the Earthquake will come and take out the Victini. So I actually take it as a 1-0 victory. So super close game. It could have gone either way, really. Like, it could have gone either way. But he did a really good job of like, there was some things that really caught me off guard, and he prepped well for my team. He's had a really hard run, but I know he's a good battler, so hopefully we'll see him get some wins in. But yeah, thanks for the awesome match, True. Really, it was an awesome match. I was like, my heart was pounding pretty much the whole way through. But that's all from me, guys, and I will catch you guys next time.